in this hands-on practice, we're going to begin with a web page using the float layout technique and apply the Flexbox properties, configure a 3-column layout. So we're going to create a new folder, and this is going to be ch8flex2. I'm going to get the starter2 file. Go to my chapter 8 starters. I want the lighthouse JPEG and light GIF file over here. Okay. Let's open this up in Notepad++. Then let's take a look at it in our browser. And this is what we're working with so far. I'm going to go ahead and save this as index.html. So if we come down, we can see that we've got a div with an ID of content right here. And it has our nav, our aside, our main, and then it closes out before it gets to our footer. So we're going to configure the layout of the content div using Flexbox, configure CSS with the Flex container assigned to that ID named content, and our nav, main, and aside elements are all children of that div in our Flex items. We'll configure them with different color backgrounds to emphasize the 3 columns, and hopefully this will prevent the nav element from growing in size and set the nav element's flex value to none. So let's go up here. We're going to start with our ID of content. So here's all of our code so far. So I want all of this to be applied first. So we're going to do content display flex nope, wrong line. So content display flex. Then we're going to come down to the nav. We don't want it to flex of none. Give it a background color. Save that. Run. So now you can see we've started to modify it. If we change, this is what we get here. Now we modify. We're going to come down to our main. Flex 6. Min width 20 EM. Set its background color. You can see it won't flex anymore. That's its minimum width. Our aside, flex of 4, background color, EA, run it in Chrome. We can see how that all flexes around. There are 3 columns, but the aside area, which has our lighthouse image, displays to the left of the main content area because that's the order it comes in the HTML. But that's not how we want it to go. We want it to come to the right of the main content because visually you've got your navigation, the picture, the text. It would be better if you had the navigation, the text, and then the image. So we're going to add CSS to configure the order of the left and the right navigation. So we're going to go back to here, and underneath this, we're going to go nav, order 1, main, order 2, aside, order 3. Save, run it in Chrome, and now we see that that moves it over. So our nav is the first in our flex box, our main is the second, and our aside is our third. And that way, if the browser's small, it's the image that gets cut off, not the text. Again, remember before, that's a whole lot of code, so we're going to cut that code out. Save as flex.css. Go back to our index file. Change this to link rel equals flex.css href, sorry, rel equals style sheet. Save it. Should function exactly the same. And it does.